So okay, let's start to the class. In the previous class, we have already explained that the single phase full wave uncontrolled rectifier simulation, and we already explained that the circuit or waveform of the output or across the thyristor for the single phase full wave control rectifier. Okay, in the previous class. So in this class, we just try to simulate in MATLAB for the circuit of single phase full wave bridge type control rectifier. Okay, so just try to simulate the circuit in MATLAB. So just let's share the screen. Okay. So just open the MATLAB for simulation of the single phase full wave control rectifier bridge type. Okay. So just wait few minutes for open the MATLAB interface. Okay, so this is your interface of the MATLAB where we are going to simulate our single phase full wave bridge type rectifier control type rectifier. So just wait few minutes. And you know that what is our requirement of the block for simulation of single phase full wave bridge type control rectifier. That means we required one AC voltage source, 4 number of diodes, and resistive load. Okay, and just try to simulate that component according to the circuit diagram in MATLAB, and then just try to observe their input and output voltage waveform variation. So just wait. We just going to Simulink library. Okay, this is another model, so we do not go to explain this one. Okay, so this is our first page of interface of the MATLAB. Just try to write here Simulink and enter. Okay, go to the new workspace page. Your Simulink library and just open new workspace. So go to the new and go to the model, Simulink model. Okay, so this is our workspace where we require to simulate the single phase full wave bridge type control rectifier. Okay, so just go to the Simulink library. So whatever the block you required, you can take from the library. So just first of all, go to the source part. Okay. different type of source here available. So we just choose AC voltage source, or if you do not find here, then you go to just CMSCAP, this person, and in CMSCAP again go to the SIM power system. Okay, and go to the electrical source. So various type of electrical source available here. So we require AC voltage source. Let me just trace here, add in title. Next, what we require? Power electronics switches. Okay, that means this one is your thyristor, GTO, IGBT, and various type of detail of thyristor. So here we just select the thyristor. Okay, so just place on the thyristor and add to the untitled. Okay. Next, what we require? Load. Okay, so go to the element. So various type of electrical load here available. So just we choose series RLC branch. That means again click here and add. Next, what we require? One scope. Okay, so just one scope. So go to the sync part. Okay, so just add a scope. And next, for the measurement of voltage waveform of the input and output, we just go to the measuring instrument. That means again go to the CMSCAP and SIM power system. So you maybe find out voltmeter here. That means in measurement. So just add your voltmeter. Okay. Now, any more things we require? Yeah. Just for the operation of power, so power guide. Okay. So just wait few minutes. Yeah. So just add this one in workspace. Now you just simulate this circuit for the single phase of a full wave control rectifier. Okay. Next is your voltmeter. You just take this voltmeter here. This is your scope now. So just take it along this side, and next this one is your load, and next is your thyristor. Okay, so this is your AC voltage source. Now we required how many thyristor? That means 4. Okay, so 4 thyristor can be either generated from this one, or maybe again go to the Simulink library and drag to the workspace. Okay, so one more block we required here. That means pulse generator for the thyristor. So again, go to the Simulink library and just write here pulse generator. Okay. Pulse generator and press enter. So pulse generator pulse generator. So just simply write here and enter. So you may get here pulse generator. So again, drag to the workspace. Okay. So yeah. So how many thyristor we required for the single phase full wave control rectifier? According to the circuit diagram, that means 4. Okay. So 4 SCR generator, that means 1, 2, 3. Okay. Next is your, suppose that 4. Okay. So just this delete one. So you do not again rename all these thyristor. So this is your thyristor 1, thyristor 2, thyristor 3, and thyristor 4. So just connect this thyristor in a proper manner. So just control R and move this thyristor. Okay. So this thyristor just place here. And next thyristor number 3. Okay. So thyristor number 3 here. Control R. So just rotate this one. Okay. Thyristor 2. Okay. So go to here. Again rotate this thyristor. So okay. Thyristor number 4. And click here and rotate this one. Now this thyristor connect in proper manner. So just simulate the single phase full wave. So just this thyristor connected to this point here. And next, this thyristor connected to this point. Next. Yeah, this thyristor is connected to here and here. And this thyristor 1 and 2 just connected in this way. So just connect. Okay. Now you just maybe operate in this manner. Now load connected with this rectifier, control rectifier. That means first of all you just connect the voltage source, single phase AC voltage source from this point to this point, and again this point to go to this point. Okay. Next, this load resistance connected to the rectifier output. Okay. So just place here and control R so we can rotate this load. Now this is your RLC. Okay. So what is our load? Purely resistive. So just how we can change this RLC load to RL load. So just double click on this block and just look like this way. So just here the choose of the type of load, that means either pure resistive load, inductive load, capacitive load, RL load or RC or maybe LC. Okay. So we require pure resistive load. So just connect here and you maybe put the value of resistance here, either some numerical value, that means 10 ohm or 5 ohm, whatever you maybe want. Okay. So just put for the example of 10 ohm the resistance value and apply and okay. Okay. So this load becomes for the pure resistive. So either you maybe rename of this load branch, that means resistive load. Okay. The resistive load. Yeah, or you may be only write resistance is capital R. Now this load resistance is connected to the output of the rectifier. So just connect from the output of the rectifier. Okay, and this voltmeter move to this point. Yeah, so load is connected through the rectifier output. Okay, now we required 4 pulse generator for the 4th thyristor. Okay, but here we have only 1 pulse generator, so just create another 3 pulse generator. So just simply drag this generator up to this point, and one up to this point, and next up to this point. Okay, you may be rename of this pulse generator. This one is your 4th thyristor 1, so you may be write pulse generator 1. Okay, for the thyristor 1. So this one is your, you already pulse generator 1. So just require 1, 2, 3. Next generate just pulse generator 4. So that will be more easy to do. Now the pulse generator 1, 2, 3, and 4 just apply or pulse given to the respective thyristor. That means 1, 2, 3, and 4. So just place this pulse generator near to that thyristor. Okay. So this is your first pulse generator. So place here near to the thyristor 1. And this is your pulse generator 4. Okay. This is your thyristor number 3. So just pulse generator 3 is here to this point. Okay. Now just here pulse generator 4 here. So now just given to the thyristor pulse generator, that means pulse provided to thyristor number 1 from this pulse generator, and from pulse generator number 3 to thyristor number 3, and from pulse generator 2 to thyristor number 2. Okay. Yeah. So it is connected. No. So we already connected here in 4th thyristor for pulse generator. So when the thyristor are in forward bias and you get pulse applied to that thyristor, that means your thyristor in conduction mode. Otherwise, thyristor do not conduct even if the thyristor in forward bias. Okay. So whenever you provide the gate pulse to the thyristor, then you are able to conduct that thyristor. So just you try to specify when you provide the thyristor or how many delay angle of that particular thyristor. Okay. So before that, just we specify the AC voltage source. So just double click on the source, and you may be put here the value of peak amplitude. Okay. So what is the peak amplitude value for this single phase AC source? V maximum is root 2 V RMS value. So RMS value is equal to 230 volt. So either you may be right here 230 into root 2. Okay. So 230 into root 2 is your maximum value. Root 2 value is equal to 1.42. So either maybe directly write the value of 1.42 or maybe 1.41. Okay. So this is your peak amplitude of the single phase AC voltage source. You just put the value of standard frequency, that means 50 hertz. So just put here, apply, and okay. So this is all about of the circuit. Only we now require to mention the pulse generator. How we can the delay of the pulse, and we provide the either generator thyristor 1 and thyristor 2. Okay. So when the in positive half cycle, thyristor 1 and 2 is your in forward bias. Okay. So when you provide the gate pulse to thyristor 1 and thyristor 2, so the thyristor in conduction mode. Okay. Before that, just we can connect the voltmeter, that means of the input voltage waveform or for the measurement of output voltage waveform. Okay. So just connect the volt. Where is the voltmeter? Yeah, here. So just one voltmeter create here and control R. So we are able to rotate. Yes. So just move this thyristor towards the upward. This thyristor is also. Okay. Okay, fine. So now connected this voltmeter across the input supply voltage. So just connect from this point and one from this point. Okay. And this voltmeter is connected across the output terminal. So connect from this output terminal, that means from this point to this point. Okay. Fine. So now we require two axes in the scope for the 2 voltmeter. So how we can increase the number of axes? So just double click on the scope and go to the setting. Okay. And just put here the number of axes according to your requirement. That means our requirement is here 2. So just I have here only 2. Okay. Apply. Okay. So 2 axes created here. Okay. So just connect this voltmeter output to this scope and this voltmeter output to this scope. Okay, so it is completed. Now just click on the power guy and go to the configuration parameters. Okay. So just change this one continuous to discrete. And sample time by default value is your 50 microsecond. Okay. So just apply and just this one. And again go to the simulation. So just wait few minutes. We just go to the simulation. So our circuit is almost completed. Just provide the pulse generator delay angle. Okay. So just double click on the pulse generator. So just take the amplitude 10. What is the period? That means 0.02, 0.02, because frequency is 50 hertz. So time period is 1 by 50. That means 1 by 50 equal to 0.02. Okay. Pulse width percentage of period, that means suppose that 5. Okay. Next. What is the pulse delay? What is the pulse delay? That means how we can write in pulse delay in second. Okay. Suppose that pulse delay is your 30 degree. So 30 degree divided by 360 divided by 360. So how much is 30 divided by 360? Is it 30 divided by 360? So just you write 30 divided by 360 equal to 0.083 into period, that means 0.02 0.02. Okay, so apply and okay. So thyristor number 1 and thyristor number 2 are conduct simultaneously. So the phase angle delay of this thyristor is also same. So just put here. Sorry. Yeah. Pulse generator 2. Okay. So just click here on this point and put their amplitude value, that is equal to, so that 10. What is the period in second? That means 1 by 50. So 0.02 is not. So 0.02 pulse width percentage is 5. So phase delay. So phase delay is same of the thyristor number 1. Okay. That means 30 degree divided by 360 into time period, that is 0.02. Okay. So 0.083 into 0.02. Apply and okay. Next, thyristor number 3 and thyristor number 4. So what is the delay angle for the thyristor number 3 and 4? 3 and 4 conduct simultaneously. So just put their value. Amplitude equal to 10. Just consider here. Period is your again same, that means 0.02. 0.02. Pulse width is your 5. Now, what is the phase delay for the thyristor number 3? Thyristor number 3, pulse supply after the pi plus alpha. Okay. So pi plus alpha, that means 180 degree plus alpha you consider 30 degree. So 210 degree, 210 divided by 360 into time period. So 210 divided by 360 means 0.58. So 0.58 multiply with the time period, that means 0.02. 0.02. Apply and that means now for the thyristor number 4, again the pulse generator 4 provide the at the same phase delay similar to the thyristor number 1. Since thyristor number 3 and 4 conduct simultaneously, 1 and 2 conduct simultaneously. So amplitude is your again 10. Period is your 0.02. 0.02. Phase delay is similar to the thyristor number 3. So again 0.58 into time period, that means 0.02. So 0.58 into 0.02. Okay. So we already designed the circuit and put their pulse generator in respective phase angle delay. So now we just run this model and observe their input voltage variation and output voltage waveform. Okay. Or anything we are missing here? No. So just try to run this model. We see. Track measure 0.3. Compiling this model, just wait few minutes. Yeah, it is completed. Okay. So we can observe the waveform of the input and output through the scope. So just click on the scope and full screen this one. Go to the auto scale. So this is your input voltage waveform variation, that is sinusoidal, and this is your output voltage waveform. Okay. That means at the angle of delay alpha, that is we consider here 30 degree. So we obtain the output voltage waveform at the delay of 30 degree. Is not. So this is your output voltage. Similarly, you may be able to change your delay angle. That means this one we consider for the 30 degree delay angle. If you want to change the delay angle, suppose that 45 degree or you may be 60 degree. Okay. So again, go to the pulse generator and change the phase delay accordingly. So just this waveform for the phase delay of 30 degree. Okay. This is your input voltage waveform variation and this is your output voltage waveform variation. Okay. if you want to change the phase delay angle, delay, then again go to the pulse generator. Okay, again go to the pulse generator and change their value what you want to delay angle. That means suppose that 45 degree. Okay, so what is the angle? 45 divided by 360. Okay, so 45 divided by 360, what is the exact value? (45 divided by 360) equal to 0.125. So just change this value 0.125. 125, you know, and just apply and okay. Okay, and same phase angle delay of the thyristor number 2. So again go to the thyristor pulse generator 2. Okay, so pulse generator 2. So what is the phase angle delay is your again 0.125 into time period. So 0.125 apply and okay. Okay. So what is the phase delay of the thyristor 3 and 4? Then you maybe change their phase delay for the thyristor 3 and 4. So what is the value of phase delay for this one? That means 180 degree plus phase angle delay, that is 45 degree. So 225 divided by 360 degree. Okay. 225 divided by 360 degree. 360 degree. So 0.625. 0.625 into 0.02. So apply and okay. Same again the change the pulse generator of 4. That means 0.625 pulse generator na. Change their value already. This one, if you suppose that 10, this is your 0.02, 0.02. This one is your 0.625, 0.625 into 0.02. Okay. Now again just run this model and just try to see their output voltage and input voltage waveform variation. Okay. So just double click on the scope. Yeah. So this is the input voltage waveform variation and output voltage waveform variation at the phase angle delay of 45 degree. Okay. So you maybe choose phase angle delay and corresponding to that you are able to control the output voltage waveform. Okay. You maybe simply observe from this waveform. That means the from 0 to 45 degree. Output voltage is 0, and after that just follow the waveform of the input supply voltage. Okay, follow the input supply voltage waveform. So just maybe just okay. So fine. This is your output voltage of the single phase full wave phase type control rectifier at the phase angle delay of 45 degree. Simply you maybe find out for the other value. That means either you maybe consider phase angle delay 60 degree. So you change all the pulse generator accordingly. So, thank you. We stop here. Next class we will discuss another things. Okay.